and welcome back to Tiffany Unpacks in Portland. In today's episode, we're gonna open Box O Games number 9. Let's do this. Well, this one will be a fast one. Maybe. We do have some filler in here. Alright, first up, the fillers. Right on top, we have Coup, or as I like to say, Coop, because English, right? So Coup is a deduction kind of bluffy game for 2 to 6 players. Takes about 15 minutes to play. It's published by It's published by Indie Boards and Cards, and designed by Ricky Ta. Ricky Ta. I think it's a reskin of an existing Brazilian game, I believe. Can't really remember. Yeah. Deduction bluffy game. I don't know. Steve really likes this game. I think it's okay. I'm not like a crazy fan of it. I usually prefer Masquerade, and I recently got rid of Masquerade, so I guess that's something. Moving on. This is a Steve game. This is Netrunner. This is Netrunner from 1996. So, yeah. Includes a corp deck and a runner deck. And Steve got this. I don't know when Steve got this, but I am very excited that he has this. If you were watching future or past episodes, we do have a sizable Netrunner collection. So yeah, we haven't actually played this yet, but I'm very excited to just one night play this and yeah, get my nostalgia old school nerd on. One last one. Here we go. Death Angel, the card game. Space Hulk, Death Angel, the card game. This is a Steve game. It's for 1 to 6 players. Takes about 30 to 60 minutes. I have not, well, Steve and I set this up and tried to play it, and it didn't go very well because of just like weird stuff happening, interruptions, etc. Yeah, but I think Steve got this from a friend, or maybe he bought it for the solo games. I know that a lot of people really enjoy this solo game. Willie Hung on Gameritis on Twitter really enjoys this, so yeah. Maybe this will be in a solo game series by Steve at one point. Alright, so that's it for the filler. So let's look at our games, everybody. Alright, so first up, Cash and Guns, 2nd edition. I got this at Gen Con this year. It is featured in my vlog. We play it, my Gen Con vlog, I don't remember what day. We play it at Steak and Shake at like 2 in the morning one night. It was awesome, it's a lot of fun. This is the 2nd edition, so you have the foam guns, and you're basically mobsters who have just finished some sort of heist, and now you're back at your thing, and you all kind of simultaneously decide that if everybody else is dead, you'll get more money, so you just kind of start having a shootout. It's a little bit of bluffing, a lot of bit of just like backstabbing your friends. Everybody has a foam gun. On the count of 3, you go 1, 2, 3. Everybody points at somebody with their gun, and then you just have to decide: are you like the person? If you have guns pointing at you, you have to decide if they're bluffing. All this other stuff, and then they do a recount, and then whoever wants to can drop their gun and like drop to the ground. If you don't drop your gun, don't drop to the ground, and somebody's still pointing at you. We reveal, and sometimes people put bullets in their guns, and sometimes they don't. People are limited to 3 bullets per game, so. Yeah, anybody left standing that didn't get wounded or didn't duck down gets to take some of the loot. So it's winner is the person with the most money at the end of the game. It's very much a quick, bluffy, ridiculous game that can be a lot of fun because there's lots of shouting and like, oh no you did it, and all this other stuff. So it's a good party game, 4 to 8 players. There you go. Next up, speaking of party games that aren't necessarily friend makers, Diplomacy. I got this copy used from a game store, so we could play it in real life. And then Steve started playing online with a bunch of his friends, and yeah, I don't know. It's like really backstabby and treachery. It takes a long time to play. We actually haven't played it yet because Steve's playing online has made me kind of wary of playing. But I don't know, I think it would be interesting to do like a one-day play and then just get rid of this and never talk to those friends again. I think that would be good. Don't you think that would be good? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, up to 7 players. We'll see. We'll see if that ever happens. Next up, we have Seasons. Seasons is one of my favorite card drafting games. Even though card drafting is a very tiny part of Seasons. Seasons is 2 to 4 players, takes about, says 60 minutes on the back, so I think it's more like 90 minutes. But it's you're magicians or magi or something, and you're out in nature and you harness nature's power, which you can only get in certain seasons of the year, to kind of draft cards and all this other stuff. And the whole goal is to figure out who's the most powerful. And yeah, I really like Seasons. I got it a few years ago, and this is probably one of those games that I'm just always down to play. It's really beautiful. The art's really pretty. I really wish I could get posters of like poster prints of a few of the cards, because it's just gorgeous. In the very beginning, you draft cards, and then for the rest of the game, and then so after you draft all the cards, you have to like pre-plan. The game takes place over 3 rounds. You have to pre-plan the cards that you're gonna have at the beginning of every round, at the beginning of the game. So you have to. There's a lot of strategy planning. And there's magic and really pretty art, and you kind of build this engine. So where like when you play this type of card, this will get you this, which will get you this, and then like you can boost it up. So yeah, I really like Seasons. I believe I do have an expansion, and it's in the box, because I'm one of those people. I used to not be, just took up too much space. Next up, Zulu It. I don't know why I want to do the Harlem Shake whenever I see Zulu It with that one. So Zulu It is designed by Michael Schnat. Not really sure. Schat. It's you're building zoos, and it's kind of drafting. The game takes place across multiple rounds. So on your turn, so the first part of a round, there's this like collection phase where everybody draws a tile out of a bag, and the bag like includes all the animals that I guess are like being caught or something in the, I don't know. But you have to put them on a truck, and there's 1 truck for every player. And then if you decide you don't want to take a tile out of the bag and put it on a truck, you can just take a truck, and then that's your truck. And then you take the stuff that's in that truck and you put it in your zoo. And you have limited space in your zoo, and you get points based on the layout of your zoo and the animals that you put where, and like if you have extras or if you made babies or like all this other stuff. So yeah, I hear that Aquamarina, the water one, apparently has a lot of the cool expansions that they came up with Zulu It built into it. I don't have that one. I've never played that one. I really like Zulu It. I like to play it with my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law, Steve, random strangers at game stores. I like Zulu It. I believe Ed Baraff did a review of Zulu It. I know that he bought a copy like immediately. I taught him how to play, and we played with my copy one weekend, and then like the next time I went over to his house, he had a copy. So if Ed did a review of Zulu It, I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo, and you can go to Ed's channel and watch that. Next up, Endeavor. So Endeavor is for 3 to 5 players, and it takes about 90 minutes. The reason it's 3 to 5 players is the reason it hasn't been played super frequently, but Endeavor is actually one of the first board games I bought that wasn't from Hasbro. So like, yeah, when I first moved to the Bay Area, had my own apartment, I really wanted a game, so I went to the game store, and this one really caught my eye, and I was super interested in it, and I got it, and I did not screw up. I really like Endeavor. It's, you're like sailing the ocean, and you're settling different stuff, and like you're collecting goods and putting down tokens to get victory points, and you're like building your own little board with certain buildings that give you bonuses and points and like different stuff like that from a market. It's designed by Carl DeVieser and Jarrett Gray. Yeah, I really wish I could play this more. I think it kind of got forgotten, like on a bottom shelf in my collection. But I will have to pull this out, and we will endeavor to play it. So That's the great thing about moving, at least, is like you have to reevaluate your game collection. We reevaluated as we packed, and now as we're unpacking, we're kind of reevaluating. So yeah, it's a bonus for moving. We're actually doing that with all of our belongings. Camel Up. Camel Up is a silly racing game. I got it at Gen Con last year. It won the Kinter Jahres, so the one that's for like family games or entry games. It's a fun racing camel, not bluffing, but just like betting game. I'm not a big fan of gambling or betting, but I like Camel Up. It does feel suspenseful. It's pretty silly. It's not like amazing, but it's fun. I enjoy it. It's fun to play with kids. We play it with Steve's nephew, who's 5, and he really loves it and always asks us to bring it over. It can play up to 8 players, 2 to 8 players. 2 players is kind of but with you, like when you have like 6 or 7 players, it gets I would say 7 to 8 players is just too many players. We've done it a few times and we're just not really, like it's too long to get to your turn. Like the race could end before you had a turn. Not the whole race, but the round. And then I think the sweet spot is like 4 to 6 players on this one. 3 players is really decent too. Maybe 3 to 5. Yeah, I'll just keep reevaluating everything. But I did review this, and you can go watch that review on my channel by clicking on the box or the link down in the video. And that's it. That's it for this game box. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Tiffany Unpacks in Portland. I am enjoying the fact that we're almost done. No offense, but I'd like to be done unpacking, just in general. I noticed I went to unpack a not game box today, and it had the subwoofer and the speaker in it, and I was just like, we have to unpack the entertainment center. Like, we haven't unpacked any of our consoles yet. We have too many consoles. Because Steve and I don't want to let go of our childhoods, so we have like all of our childhood consoles. But yeah, I just want to be done unpacking. I want to be done. I will see you tomorrow.